Yeah. Okay, so expansion and growth in the cleaning industry. When we talk about expansion, we mean that after you have been in the business for some time, you need to expand into other areas. You need to grow. If with any business that you are doing, you want that at the end of the day, you see some growth in it. And you cannot be stagnant. You cannot be just at one place. No, everybody wants to go. Even as a person, you are growing. So your business should grow as well. So we will cover two important areas, which is systems and diversification, creating systems and diversification. I know most of you here. Oh, sorry, I didn't know Ifwa had joined. Ifwa, I think I spoke to you yesterday. Were you in my class, in my
Yes,
in my marketing class?
yes. I think I was supposed to be part of that. Thought I was in the first session. That's why I left the group. I
Oh,
was part of, yes,
if,
so it was in. That's why I left.
okay, no problem. But I hope you are fine.
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So
Okay.
in this section, we'll be talking mainly about systems, creating systems, the importance of creating systems, why you should create systems, and also diversification. I know most of you here are newbies. You are new in the cleaning business. So why are we teaching this course? But it is very important. Even if after a year, you shouldn't just be maybe Christiana's cleaning service. Everybody should see growth in you. When you go through MJ Cleaning Services page, when you go to the end of our social media pages or the last post, and as you scroll, you realize that these people have grown over the time. So that is what we are coming to discuss for today. Um, Remember, humans will always fight processes and systems. Change doesn't happen overnight. It takes determination to complete it. When you are expanding, for example, if you start with one person and you have a supervisor, you have staff, now you realize that, okay, I have to create systems. People are going to fight too. People don't like change. But you as the business owner, you have to do what will help the business at that time. Because you have staff challenges when it comes to systems. People will say, oh, they have been doing this like this. Why do you want to change it? But if you want to go, you will need to create systems, which takes us to our next point. What are systems? Mr. Thomas, what are systems? What do you think systems are? I know the definition is there. By your own words, what do you think systems are?
I would think systems may be procedures and guidelines that one used to, used to act as a guide to whatever things we do.
Okay. 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 So it means that a group of parts that come together to achieve a specific goal or function. So if you are in a business, you have operations, you have an accountant, you have supervisors, you have workers. They all come together to create the system. So maybe how is your customer service system like? How is your pricing system like? How is your operational system like? All this come together to form the company to achieve a specific goal that at the end of the day, you are going to achieve something. Yes. So let's move on. So what do you think should be systemized? In my own research or in my years of, I've been in the business for 4 years now. And if one reason why you have to create systems is that it helps you. Okay, even before I go through this area, let me ask, why should we create systems? Why should we create systems? Why do you think creating systems is so important, Madam Ifua? Ifua, give me just one example why you think creating systems.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So that we can create data, keep stats about the work. You can be able to track the things that we are doing about the work.
You track, so that means you are able to track productivity
Yes,
of the staff and also how things are going on in the work. Okay.
yes.
Mr. Thomas, what do you think? Why should we create systems? Why is creating systems important? Today, it is going to be a very interactive class. I don't want us to have any.
Come again. Your line went off. I couldn't hear the
I
last
said,
question.
why do you think we should create systems? Why is it important to create systems?
Yeah, I think you create systems for uniformity in the business, so everybody will be on the same page. Everybody understands do things.
Mr. Ali, are you there? Today, you turned on your camera. Why do you think creating systems is important? Just give me one. Okay, I don't. I think he's not really. He's not able to answer that, but we'll continue. One, improves efficiency. I know when you start fresh or you're a new person in the business, you don't want to increase costs, so you try as much as possible to get a small number of people, and you do most of the work as an entrepreneur. It was recently that I realized that I was doing a lot. I was the marketing manager, I was the customer service, I was the operations manager, I was head of supervisors. It didn't improve our efficiency. Even though I was delivering, but I was always burnt out. Because you say, oh, I can do everything. But as the business grows, you have 3 people, 3 jobs in a day, 5 jobs in a day. You have to go to different locations. It is not a joke. And it doesn't make you increase growth as it is here. Because the war front, I don't know whether you, any of you have experience with war, but during the wartime, they don't strategize on the field. They strategize in a quiet place, and they come back on the field to execute it. So if you are always on the field, you're always following the workers. You don't have a system. You are always following the workers to the site to go and work. By the time you come back, you are tired. You don't have time to expand, to think about the business, to think about growth. So one importance of systems is that it enhances growth. It boosts customer satisfaction. There was a time that there was a miscommunication between I and my workers, because at the time I was doing a lot of things. I was the customer service, as I said. And I realized that for a period, we were getting bad customer reviews. That yes, your work is nice, but there's no proper communication. And I communicated this to you because sometimes I receive about 100 calls in a day, more than that sometimes. So I become overwhelmed, and I can miss a customer's order or a customer's service options. Then at the end of the day, the customer becomes dissatisfied because we cannot even provide quality. It's not even the service, the systems to which the customer even gets to you. So one, it enhances growth. It boosts customer satisfaction when you have proper systems laid down. You know who is doing what, at what time, what is supposed to happen. Like MJ, for instance, because now we have created systems, we have an operations manager, we have a customer service, we have an office manager, we have supervisors, we have workers, we have COO, we have CEO. So it makes communication faster. And everybody, like the burden is shared equally. And we in the senior management are able to think and grow as well. So it boosts customer satisfaction if you have trained your workers on how to provide quality to customers, timely service. You have a system by which you know that at this particular time, workers should be out of here. At this particular time, you are chatting with the customer. What are the procedures you are chatting with the customer with? Very important. Also, it's easy training. When you have a system and somebody comes or joins your team, immediately they know that, oh, okay, this is what we are supposed to do. Then if that is, I cannot just do anything. So the person can easily learn. And also, when you have a system, you know that if somebody joins you, before the person is added to the team, the person has to go through training. You have procedures down. It is not that when somebody comes, they will be looking for who to train. No, everybody knows the code of conduct. Everybody has the training book. So that if somebody is joining this minute, you are able to train the person easily. It saves time and money. Well-organized system reduce waste, optimize resources, and cut down unnecessary steps. For example, as I was giving, sometimes I give wrong information to my workers when maybe at first, when we started, when we are going to work. Then I tell them that, oh, we are going to this customer, not knowing it is another customer. We get there, wastage of transportation. I have to let them go back to the place. Time. Instead of them to use, maybe they'll use one day to finish that particular job. Because I didn't have a system at the time to help me track all these things, they'll have to spend 2 days. And the 2 days, the second day, the customer will not pay because it is not the customer's fault. It is not the customer's fault. So it is important that you systemize your processes and your procedures. It also ensures consistency. And this will happen a lot, especially a customer that has gone through the pace of research to find out the best company. Do you know what they do? They intentionally, if you have Instagram, they'll come there. They'll come and chat with you. They'll text you on WhatsApp. If they realize inconsistencies, they will not mind it. They'll say, oh, these people, they are not proper. Also, if you have a standardized procedure for all your jobs, for example, MJ Cleaning Service, we have documented all our processes down. So you know how to do fumigation. So if you go and do fumigation in customer A's house, it's the same fumigation you are doing in customer B's house. If you are doing deep cleaning, everybody knows the processes. And we train them as time goes on. So it ensures consistency because we have systemized the processes. We know that, oh, at the end of the day, if somebody is going to do sofa, they know the procedure. They know how to do it. They know how to go by it. They don't have to be asking, oh, or go and make a mistake that will cost all of us. If you are not consistent with your processes, you are going to you will be in debt. You owe a lot of people money. Because if you are not consistent with your processes, anybody at all can do anything at any time. For example, we went to work in a customer's house at the time. That was 2 years ago. And her table, she had painted it. She had painted her table. When we got there, when we got there, we worked and everything, I washed the carpets. We washed her carpets and I put it on her painted table. Me, I didn't know it would do anything. But if I had documented that when you see tables, don't touch, or like when you see painted tables, or don't dry carpet on tables, I wouldn't have made that mistake. And the person's table got destroyed. I had to pay for it. And it didn't ensure consistency. So even if you are employing 3 teams in a day, and they are going to work at 3 different locations, they should have the same procedure for everything. Ensure that you have everything documented down. How workers should talk to customers, how the work should be done, the processes. Very important. You cannot just say that, oh, because Abena has been working here for 2 years. No, you have to standardize the procedures and the process. Let everybody know, so that if anybody faults, you can sack the person, or the person will bear account for the costs incurred. Then improves efficiency. When you know what happens, you know your processes, you know your systems you have put in place, your job gets done faster. And you incur fewer mistakes. Even the mistakes that you incur or you get, they are few, they are minute. It's something you can easily go over. And improving efficiency means that you're going to increase productivity. So if you have systems and you were maybe in a day, you can do 3 locations. For example, during the Christmas, we were so busy that I had to make my supervisor and we did about 4 sofas in a day. 4. Because we had a system. When we go, we know what we are doing. When immediately you bring your sofa, we know what we are doing. Within 1 hour, 30 minutes, we are done scrubbing the sofa. Drying takes 1 hour because we have a dryer. 2 hours, 30 minutes, at least 3 hours, we are out of the place, we are going to another place. So it increases productivity because we have the processes already there and we know what we are doing. Yes. So what do you think the areas you should systemize? For you to grow, you have to systemize it. You cannot do everything on your own. You'll be burnt out, you'll be confused, you'll be overwhelmed. I'm telling you, it is not this cleaning industry, it's not a joke. Workers can frustrate you. Customers themselves will frustrate you because sometimes the customer is paying a certain amount that they don't want to pay. So they will put that pressure on you. If you don't have somebody to share that pressure, for example, this morning, my operations, we had 2 jobs and we have an app we use to make our operations smooth. So we upload the works there, it goes to a system. Everybody knows what they are doing in the morning. So he called me that the customer was trying to, she said they have to meet her somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Then my operations manager said, no, she has to get to the place. If she doesn't send out the location of the place, we're not going to stand anywhere and get stranded. Imagine if I didn't have an operations manager. I have to be talking to the customer. I have to be talking to the workers that are going. I have class this morning. I have to prepare for it as well. So to delegate is important, or to systemize is important, and it is crucial for growth. Some of the things you are not needed there. Oh, yes, you can be going around to be making sure. You have to put checks in place to make sure that, you know what is going on at the end of the day. I'm not saying when you systemize and go and sit at home or as most 9 to 5 people say, oh, I will just get the people, give them the work, then when they are done. No, you are looking at every point. You are checking what is happening. But at least you have a breathing space. You have time to think. Because if I was going through that this morning and I have this class, I will not be able to come here and come and be talking like this. I will postpone the class. I will say, okay, can we have that? Because the customer was a bit difficult. And we have 2 customers today. They are all difficult. So it is not something you have to take it lightly. As you go, as you get 2, 3 workers, you see, when they are small and you create the system, it makes you move faster. It makes your work easier. Please, any question at this point? If there are no questions.
Thank you.
My dear. So even now, there's an issue. But sorry for breaking away, but there was an issue. Because I have systems in place, I have somebody handling everything at any time. They are just asking for my opinion on what to do. It brings down the burden, because imagine if I had to pause and go and deal with the customer and come back. You all of you be angry that why is she wasting our time? So what should you systemize? Anything you can delete, defer, or delegate. And there are 5 key areas. Marketing. As for marketing, I don't advise that you delegate entirely, because your work as a CEO or as the owner of the company is to bring in more sales. You can get a content creator, a social media manager. If you don't know how to do these things, you can always get somebody. But a supervisor, an accountant, unless you have an accounting background, then that you can, even with it, you'll be overwhelmed, because you'll be creating invoices. You create, if you don't have money to buy quail boats now. I mean, I don't really like quail boats, because with the manual invoice, you're able to put everything on it, the terms and conditions, the services, everything. So I prefer the manual one. Imagine you're creating about 10 invoices in a day. And it is not something that you can just duplicate. So you have to be changing things. Sometimes this particular house has a steady, you'll be overwhelmed. Customer service. When I started initially, because customer service is a very crucial part of my business, I did not delegate it. I was doing the customer service and the marketing, then operations and administration. Even when I started, I delegated my accounting and my supervisory role, because I felt like customer service, I am getting into contact with my customers, and I don't want anybody to steal my customers. So it is better I do that myself. But over the time, I've been able to create systems here to make sure that there's no customer theft. All these things, you have to learn it. And they taught it in the HR and in the customer service class yesterday. Make sure that you have systems in place to prevent people from stealing your customers. Yes. Then operations and administration. My dear, you don't need any of this. Just delegate it to somebody. You have to get somebody who is competent. get people, interview them, be very meticulous about this, because let me tell you something, all these areas, if you don't get it right, it might be very dangerous for your business. So you need to get it right. You need to hire the right personnel. Yeah. So we've talked. So please, in just 5 minutes, tell me the systems you'll be creating for your business. Then let's see how. Yeah. So Mr. Thomas. Okay. So tell me how you're going to create the system. How your system will be like.
Is it similar to like an organization structure?
Yes, basically. Yes. You see, most organizations, they already have a structure there, but you are now starting. So you have to, you see, when you are small or when you are starting out fresh, it is easier to build foundation. When you become plenty, people tend to fight it. So it is always important that as you begin, you systemize, put it, even if you are not a lot, even if the position is not there, you try and create it so that anybody who comes in the future to fill that role will know what to do. Yeah, so which areas here are you systemizing?
Right, so there will be rules and job descriptions for
Yes,
each and every system
exactly.
that to be done. And, so once that is done, then we have also a system for advertising our products. We should be consistent so that each and every person knows the way we talk to our customers and how we market our products and our services. And this must be standard within the organization, so we don't go saying different stories to different people all the time.
Exactly. That's very good. Ifwa, thank you.
So I would like to ask a question.
Okay.
So for instance, if you are starting like this and if you don't have the fund to create the team, as in to get a supervisor and other one, how do you go about it? Is it that will you get the supervisor on the kind of workers you get, or you have to, I don't create that. How do I have to get all those people? And then those people, you have to be paying them, I mean, to get funds to pay them, right?
Oh, okay. Okay. So if I'm getting a question, you are starting out fresh, you don't have money to be paying all these people. So is it advisable to get a supervisor?
Please, you said,
Please, you said, can you hear me?
hello.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please. I can hear you now.
So I said,
I was asking a question that
yes.
to create a system, to create the system to get the team, the supervisor and the others. What is, as you are starting, if you don't have the funds to create them, how do you go about it?
So as I said initially, that this one, when you have started, along the way, you want to bring these people in. Before you bring the people in, you know what their role should be. You know how you want your systems to be like. Please, you understand? You know that, okay, what is the role of a supervisor? What is their job description? What are they supposed to do? And what they are not supposed to do. So if maybe you cannot hire them right now, it's fine. It is not a problem. In fact, when I started with just my sister, and we had 2 workers. As for the workers, there are no 2 ways about it. You will have to get them because they are the ones who are going to work. Unless, of course, you want to do it alone. And I don't advise that. If you do it alone, you'll be overwhelmed. You cannot even do it alone. You need people, you need to hire. So first, you want to start this business. You need to hire people and you need to pay. That is why it is advisable, or as I said yesterday, that marketing is the most important part of this business. It is because when you have money, that is when you hire. You will not hire maybe 30 people at a go, but at least your first 5 people, you should be able to hire. Get a supervisor, get about 3 workers. You can be doing 2-bedroom, you can be doing sofa, you can be doing carpets. Basic things. So as for the hiring, you will hire. But as to whether large or big, it depends on the stage you are in the business. This systemization that I'm talking about, you are putting foundations down so that if anybody enters into your business, you train a person to become or act in the process you have put down. Not to just come and be doing anything. No. For example, if you employ me in your company and I don't know what your company is about, I don't know the systems there, anybody can do anything. I can just go and be begging customer for money. The deep cleaning I want to do in house A is different from the deep cleaning I want to do in house B. There's no consistency. It is going to hurt your business. So you have to have those systems down before anybody even enters into your business. Please, do you understand? Even
Yes,
a family, recently, one of my trainees, she called me that her mother, she couldn't get a supervisor. So her mother came for her machines. I saw her mother, and the mother is a very active person. So she asked for my advice that since she doesn't have money to employ a supervisor right now, she just wants to use her mother. Her mother has opted to help her. And I said, okay, no problem. If you think she's the best and you have given her her role, she knows that this one is not mother and daughter affair. It's a business. Business is business. There are no emotions. She recently called me that her mother went to a customer's place and was talking to the customer like her child. They were having conversations. In fact, she went to collect the customer's phone to order a ride. That is very bad. The customer is not a friend. You have work relationship. Oh, you can ask about that. Oh, how are you? How is the family? It ends there. Because in the end, when you familiarize like that, it can cost you a lot. Some of the customers at the end, when they're about to pay the money, they can change and you become their enemies. So we don't encourage that. Immediately, I told her that, no. Did you tell her the goals of your business? Did you tell her your vision, your mission? Does she have a role? Does she know what to do and what not to do? Does she know your system? She said no. She just put it inside. I said, really? You put it inside like that? So even though you are new, put them down. When a marketing person comes, what should he or she do? Have it down. There was this marketing lady that I sacked 2 years ago. She came here, she was not working. Because her work was not, her KPIs was not aligning with my own. I just told her to leave. I just sat there. And everybody knows that if you stop delivering, you have to go. Because at the end of the day, you become a headache to me. And you will not let us give our customers their highest satisfaction. So you will go. You come, we have a system here that we come to work at 7:30. If you come to work 7:31, you go. Even if you got to the front gate and it was 7:31, you go home. Because if you come late, it affects the next day's job. So it is very important. Time is already fast spent. So please, when you go, sit down and
please,
ask. Yeah,
madam, I want one more thing.
please, I'm listening.
my workers by day, not per month.
No.
So in this case,
Uh-huh.
so
Okay.
I want to know in this case, like how with the supervisor and other things, because what I do is I pay them per month because normally the work doesn't come often or frequently like that. Sometimes there will be a job, sometimes there will not be a job. So monthly. So most of the weekly
Yesterday,
days then we pay.
yesterday I was listening to a quote, like I was reading online, and the lady said that people use saturation as an excuse that because the market is saturated, we don't have people to help her. We cannot get customers every day. No. How is your marketing like? We work here. Even if you are not working every day, we are doing something. Like even if there's no actual going out job, we are doing something. How are you marketing yourself? You have to know
And
what to do. Did you join the marketing class?
no, no, please.
You are struggling with marketing and you didn't join the marketing. Anyways, you
I
you
I was
can read
supposed to
about
join
it.
it.
I don't have a problem, but you can read about it. Because marketing is
Okay,
what will bring the money. Oh. It's not the
okay.
practical. If you know all these things, you don't have a good marketing or a strong marketing, a solid marketing background or skill or an objective or a system or something. I'm looking for a word. I'm not getting it. You don't have a strong marketing strategy. You're not going anywhere. Oh. And people joke with it. They say, oh, I don't want to pay for ad. Ad is too expensive. Because what if work doesn't come? Marketing is your role as a business owner. Find ways by any means possible. And your workers should even motivate you. Me, if maybe a day we didn't go and work, maybe we did just maybe sofa, carpet, I would just go back to my drawing board and be asking myself, hey, why? What is happening with this ad? Okay, what's happening with our posting? At first, I used to post 5 times in a day. I post in the morning as early as 7 a.m. I post at 9, 11, 3:30, 6:30. So, madam, it is not an excuse. You can find a way around it. As Mr. Thomas said, research
Okay,
and you'll be fine. Okay.
okay.
Anyways, I'll be putting the courses that we are recording online. So if you want to read or get the class, the marketing class, you pay something small, then you just listen to it. Okay. Okay, then diversification. Madam Efua, what services are you into? What services do you provide?
Please, for now, we do deep cleaning, post construction, and move in, move out.
You said you do deep
Please,
clean, post construction, and the third one is what?
yes, deep, yes, move in, move out. Those people that they are moving.
Oh, that is why. Do you have machines? Do you have machines for the cleaning? Do you have machines? Madam Efua, do you have machines? Okay, so let's move on. Diversification. What does diversification mean? It means expanding the range of products or services offered by a company to reduce risks and capitalize on new opportunities. And you can also say increase sales as well. Diversification is important for both. If you want to expand and grow, the reason why I asked Efua whether or not how many services she's providing, because she said she had She was not getting work every day. If you have diversified your services and done other services, every day you work. It might not be post-construction, it might not be deep cleaning, it might not be moving or move out, but you are doing other things. This helps reduce risks. For example, there was a particular month we didn't really work because I was in school and other things. The reason why I decided to even bring in a marketing person, because at the end of the day, I was not giving my all. Especially, let me give an advice here. If you realize that you fall short in a particular area of your business, either you retrain or you delegate that role for that area. Don't force yourself to do it because you are not up to par, or you are not up to the task. So you just delegate it. We use a particular service to pay for salaries. So imagine if I didn't have that service, how will I pay my 30 workers? How? So diversification is important. If you do not diversify well, you will not earn well. You will not get more income. Diversification reduces risk. So if you don't, it prevents you from putting all your eggs in one basket. It helps you delegate. Diversify. You know that, oh, at the end of the day, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So that's what diversification does. So the cleaning industry has evolved from ancient practices to modern tech-driven solutions, from basic cleaning tools to sophisticated services. It has adapted to meet changing demands while embracing sustainability and innovation. From COVID, when COVID happened, according to research, and cleaning service became a thing. Cleaning service has always been there. They've always been there, but they became very important after COVID. Because now we need people to be cleaning here, to be fumigating, to be, and these are all under cleaning services. And also, as a result of us using machines, it has made it a sophisticated service. For example, if you call us for a deep cleaning is a luxurious cleaning. It is not cheap, it's expensive. As a result of using sophisticated devices or machines, for example, you use the vacuum for the window. You don't use towel use vacuum. You use the vacuum to take the water from the floor. I am always happy when I see my workers use the scrubber, then they use the vacuum to take the water from the floor. And this is as a result of adding value to your business. So instead of using just common, because you can use scrubbing brush and a towel and it will work perfectly. But in order for the person to pay you more, you have to add value to the business. So giving sophisticated service in your invoice, you write machine cleaning, the use of cleaning machines. So you can charge more. That is the whole point. And it makes, it has helped us to embrace sustainability and innovation. So for example, the sofa, we have a different machine for doing sofa. Or you can use the same vacuum for the sofa. So that one, when you buy a vacuum, you can use it for the floor, you can use it for the window, you can use it for the chairs, anything. So it has helped to bring out more innovations as well. And also, okay, basically that is it. So importance of diversification. Diversification or diversity is vital for cleaning companies in a competitive market. For example, if I don't know whether she has a machine or not, but if she has not if she has not differentiated herself in this competitive market. Any market that is saturated or competitive, the only way you can become unique is to differentiate yourself. And what are you doing to differentiate yourself? So maybe your diversity of services. For example, if IFWA is doing just deep cleaning and sometimes a customer will tell you, oh, I want to do fumigation, I want to do my carpets, I want to do my sofa. And you tell the customer that I don't do all these services. They'll bring in somebody. Sometimes the customer wants one company to just take care of everything because he or she doesn't want to pay to company A and go and pay to company B, whilst one person can do everything and maybe even ask for a discount. So it is important that cleaning services diversify, especially in a competitive market, or businesses diversify, especially in a competitive market. It expands the customer base, enables adaptability to market trends. For example, when after January, February, because people have done a lot of cleaning during December, January, now people stop the cleaning in February. So you can get little contracts like post-construction, sofa, carpet. So you lean on other services. And so if you were doing deep cleaning, if you are just doing deep cleaning, and now the period for deep cleaning has passed, you can't do post-construction, can't do sofa, can't do can't do carpets, a whole other things, can't do fumigation. And also it enhances resilience to economic fluctuations. Now, with the way all of us are in Ghana, you know how the economy is. It's not stable. If you are depending on putting all your eggs in one basket, you'll be in a lot of trouble. So it is better to diversify your income or your services to help you gain competitive advantage and ensure revenue stability, and also sustain long-term growth in the dynamic cleaning industry. If you are able to stabilize your revenue, you can get anybody, you can employ anybody, you can get more customers, you can employ people, good people to take your business to the highest peak, or take your business from 0 to 100. Because if you don't have stable income or you don't have money coming in every time, you cannot even employ more staff. And when you don't employ more staff, the work, it is human-based, it is human intensive. If you don't employ those people, then that means every time you'll be doing small jobs, little jobs. We did some work on Friday, or is it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday or Friday, one of them. If we didn't have the capacity, the contract wouldn't have been given to us. But it was a lot of money. So in order to gain a competitive edge, be able to compete with other big people, you have to diversify your income or diversify your service. So as I said, the current state of the cleaning industry. The cleaning industry is experiencing several trends and challenges. There's a growing demand for eco-friendly cleaning solutions. Technological advancements are reshaping cleaning processes, and labor shortages are affecting availability of skilled workers. Now, a lot of companies, especially if you're doing facility management and you are working for foreign companies, they want to know whether your products are using their eco-friendly. That is the state we are in now. And these eco-friendly products, they are very expensive. For example, today, those who come for the training, you see the product that we use, but you have to. Then technological advancements, whether you like it or not, if you want to make it in this cleaning industry and you don't get machines, then please leave. Like, just leave. because in the end, you will not make any money. And also labor shortages. Labor shortages. As for labor, you always have to fight. But if you want to be in this business, our number one problem is labor. And the labor turnover is very high because you don't expect somebody to be working for you, cleaning for a whole year. Mostly the older ones are able to stay for a long time, but the older ones, they don't have the energy or the capacity. They are young. Please, a minute. Excuse me. So, okay. So as I said, if you are getting into, you have to psych your mind that you are always looking for workers. Because somebody can just up and leave. They will not tell you anything, no matter how good you are with them. They will not, some of them will not even tell you anything, they'll just go. Some of them too, you will have issues with them, so they will have to go. So labor turnover in this business is very high. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic has heightened awareness of hygiene and cleanliness, leading to an increased demand for disinfection services. Overall, the industry is evolving to meet changing customer needs while facing pressures related to sustainability, technology, and workforce management. Yeah. So basically, as I said, the industry is evolving. Customers are now demanding for things. For example, now if you go to somebody's home, they want you to wear, they don't want you to be using your bare feet on their floor. They want you to wear something to protect their floors. They want to know the kind of chemicals you are using, the kind of machines you are using. Is it going to destroy their tile? Like a whole lot. Aside from that, sustaining yourself in the business is a lot. And also, technology is expensive. Getting the right equipment. Now, if you're a newbie and you want to start, you need about 22,000 to start. It's a beginner to get all the machines for the cleaning. So it is not a joke at all. It's not true. I think you should do it. It's not true. Please a minute. Yeah. Use that question. Benefits of diversification. Hello. Enhance revenue streams. As I said, diversification can help you generate additional income streams. You go beyond traditional cleaning service, which can contribute to your overall business growth and stability. Diversification will help you increase your income. At least if you know that there's no deep cleaning, there's sofa cleaning, there's no carpet cleaning, there's post-construction and etc. Reduce dependence on a single market segment. Relying solely on one type of cleaning service leaves a business vulnerable to market fluctuations or changes in consumer behavior. For example, as I said, from December to January, there's a high demand for deep cleaning. But after December, people don't normally demand for deep cleaning any longer. What they demand is maybe sofa, because people have come to dirty their sofas, or maybe carpet, or fumigation, all those things. Or maybe they don't want a particular service. So it is essential to diversify in order to prevent you from putting all your eggs in one segment. Yeah, or in one basket, as is normally said. The increased resilience to economic fluctuation. When you diversify, anything that hits the economy, you are safe. Offering variety of services, you can withstand economic downturns in a particular sector. I sell cleaning machines. When the dollar increased, I just put a stop to it, because otherwise the machines will be too expensive for people to buy. Because when I started the machine cleaning, when I started the machine selling of machines, I use myself as an example. When I wanted to buy machines initially, just one scrubber was going for 20,000, 25,000. So I had to research, find out, okay, I traveled a bit, so I had that link already. That helped me to bring the machines down. It was just recently that I started advertising. But at first, I used to sell it to my trainees at a very cheap price so that they can also start something, because money in this industry, getting money is not an easy thing. But anyways, it helps you, it helps increase resilience in economic fluctuations. Sorry, somebody's confusing me here. I'm sorry. So by offering variety of services, a cleaning service can better withstand economic downturns in any particular sector. Yes, so you not putting your eggs in one basket helps you fight or withstand any economic downturns you might face in any area of your cleaning service. Also provides a natural avenue for learning and breaking barriers. Most of you here have not used a machine before, a scrubber. I think as for Mr. Ali, he has purchased all his machines, so he has used it. It helps you learn more about the technology, about new machines, helps you learn about new innovations, breaking barriers. At first, cleaning service was just limited to facility management and house cleaning, but now it is more than that. We have various types of cleaning services or cleaning areas. Yes. So now it gives you the opportunity to learn more about the industry and also break barriers in the process. So strategies for implementing diversification. Mr. Thomas said something in the beginning and I really liked it. He said before he enters into any market or enters into any business, he researches and find out what is there. It is important before you diversify. Don't just stand up and say, okay, because Christiana said that we should diversify. I'm just going to sofa cleaning. I'm going into carpet cleaning without doing any market research to identify what opportunities are there. As I said, your cleaning service has to be unique from mine. So maybe you don't do sofa cleaning, but you do another service. The importance of cleaning service and the importance of diversification. We say that it provides a natural avenue for learning and breaking barriers. If you're able to research, you find out different opportunities that you can leverage on. There are new services every day. New services. Recently, I'm part of the Contract Cleaners Association, and they were talking about a new service. I was like, really? Okay, so there's this as well, and they were discussing it. So it is important to research and analyze that, okay, this is what I want to do at the end of the day. Then invest in training and equipment. The investment in training, you are already here. But please, this shouldn't be your last training. Say, oh, okay, when I came for all the training, so that is, no. Continuous learning will always put you at the top. Continuous learning. You can decide that you will not even pay for any training, but you can join podcasts. Sometimes I can join a podcast and I will listen and listen and listen and listen. Then after that, I realize that I have a new idea. It's not easy. That is why I said your duty as a business owner is not on the field, though. It's not in operations, it's not in market, it is not in, accounting and the rest. You have to have the strategic mind for growth. So please, this training should not end here. And I'm going to say in the recordings, you can be listening. Don't just listen to me. There are a lot of business owners, business analysts, business growth strategies, what. a lot of them online. You can follow them for tips. You can join master classes elsewhere. I am part of me. If I check, if you see my seller, I don't know whether you know her Tricia Biz. I have her bundle. I don't know whether you know Patty the strategist. I don't know whether you know Vusi Tembekwayo. I subscribe 25. How much is it? I think I subscribe for $45 a month to be part of his team. It is called Club 100. It's expensive, but if I don't do that, I will not be here teaching you. I will not be able to grow my business. I will not be able to grow other people's business. And aside from all this, I'm reading marketing in MBA. I'm reading MBA in marketing. Sorry. MBA in marketing. So I am continuous learning. Don't leave it and say, oh, it is somebody else's duty. That's for that one, you cannot delegate it. Because it is you who want the growth. When the growth comes, when the good proceed or the good comes out of the business, you are going to enjoy, not your workers. Yes, they might enjoy increase in salary, but you have a chunk share. So you should have the chunk of the problem or of the problem solution. So continuous learning, invest in yourself, very important. And also equipment. I've said this over and over and over and over again. If you don't have the right equipment, you will not attract the right kind of money. For example, the work that we did, as I said previously, if we didn't have 2 scrubbers, or we have more than 2 scrubbers, by the way, if we didn't have, we cannot work there. If we didn't have a pressure wash, 2 scrubbers, like other equipment, we wouldn't have been able to work there because it was a very huge place. And if you are waiting, the customer wants to move in the next day. If you are waiting on using just 1 scrubber to scrub the place, 3 days scrub in way. So it is important when you buy your first machine. That's why I joined the accounting class. I said that every day, whatever work that you get, put the machine cost there. So that at the end of the year, and make sure to put that money down. So that at the end of the year, putting into consideration inflation and increase in prices. Put that money down so that after every year, if you cannot buy 3 machines at a go, 2 machines at a go, after every year, you have machines down. Hey, you can purchase 1 machine. Because it's the machine that will make people call you. One of my clients, the fumigation machine, we have 2 types. We have the spray one and we have the fogging. The fogging is not common. And apparently the people he has been using for fumigation, they have the spraying one, and I have the fogging. He has been paying the spraying people, I think 500 cedis, but he pays me 1,500 cedis for the same work. So it is important that you invest in the right machines, because if you don't invest in the right, how can you even diversify? You cannot diversify. Yes. And strategic partnership and acquisitions. Consider forming partnerships with other businesses or acquiring existing companies to expand your offerings or enter into new market quickly. Acquiring existing companies. Maybe if a cleaning service was to shut it down, instead of just shutting down, you can acquire it. Please, before you acquire, at least get a lawyer involved, see the risks involved acquiring that particular cleaning service. And also, you can consider strategic partnership as you have started. If you follow whatever I have taught you and you start getting clients and the work is big, you can go into partnership with Mr. Thomas. Oh, please, I have a work here. I cannot do it alone. Can I go into partnership with you? During the December, that's what I did. So the work was so much. I was overwhelmed. Now I have trainees who are not getting any jobs because they had now passed out. They are now finished their training and they were trying to get customers. So I told them that we are going to form a strategic partnership. I give you a job, you bring your workers, I bring mine, we share the money together. So it reduced the pressure on me. You have to be, because this industry, everybody, most people are, I am on my own. Even the big industries, they don't want to teach. They just want to be on their own. But I don't see that's how the industry will go. Me, I know that if we come together as a team, or we come together as an industry, people will not even pay us anything that they want. They know that, okay, we have a united front. Okay, 3 bedroom, this is what they are charging, and it is everywhere. So you cannot just, then now you pick quality. So it is important that you form strategic partnerships with other cleaning services. Then marketing and branding strategies. Develop targeted marketing campaigns and branding strategies to improve new services effectively and differentiate your business from competitors. If you're introducing your service, you have to market it. If you introduce a post-construction cleaning or fumigation, and you don't tell your customers that, oh, now I am into fumigation, nobody will know. You see all these big brands, if they're introducing a new product, you see how they go all out for that new product. They make noise about it. They tell people, oh, they do market activation. They bring out competition, games, like a whole lot. So when you are introducing a new service or a new product, please make sure to effectively market it and differentiate yourself from other competitors. You want to differentiate yourself from me when it comes to sofa. And what are you doing that is different from mine? Yes. Continuous evaluation and adaptation. I introduced a service, I think this year, I introduced selling a particular product. Along the way, we were doing testing. Then I realized that it's not something that I want to do. So I just canceled it. And I also realized that one of my service was not gaining the traction that it needs. And I realized that, okay, then this is what I can do. Because there's continuous evaluation and adaptation. If you don't have a system to put all this to, you cannot evaluate your services. If you don't have a system where you know that, okay, in a day, in a week, we went to 10 places, you will not be able to evaluate it. So continuously monitor the performance of new services, gather feedback from customers, and be prepared to adapt your strategies based on changing market conditions and customer feedback. It's very important. I wanted to introduce a new service, a product. So this product, you see, when people don't like the fumigation, but others want something that when you use to mop the floor, it will prevent insects, cockroaches, all those things. Then I said, okay, let me find out from a few more customers. So I started getting feedback from anytime we go and clean somebody's house, I ask the person, okay, please, if I introduce this product, would you know? Oh, yes, so far as it's safe, is this? So I say, okay. So people actually like it. Aside from that, I realized that, okay, if I produce something like this, there's a market for it. As well as the new services that I have, that even with the masterclass, I keep on saying that please fill the feedback form so that we know how we are performing, how good the class has been to you, what have you learned, is it bad, is it good? Because we want to know, and also this will help us prepare and make sure that, okay, we'll have a different strategy towards it or something. So it is important that you do continuous evaluation. And after you have evaluated, you adapt to the results. Then risk management. Implementing risk management strategies helps mitigate inherent risks associated with diversification. If you are introducing a new service, you are buying a new machine, you are buying a new set of equipment, you are buying a new everything. Is it a risk you are willing to go into? Okay, what if I introduce this service and it doesn't work? What am I going to do? So you know it ahead. Know that, oh, okay, at the end of the day, let me see the risks associated with this particular diversification. This will help you manage the risks in case it happens. For example, you know that the site workers can get hurt anytime. What can we do to reduce the risks? Okay, we train them. Aside from the training, we have first aid box. So even if somebody gets hurt, immediately we help the person. So it reduces the risk. Okay, the risk associated with fumigation is this. The risk associated with surface cleaning is this. When you know it beforehand, you are able to develop strategies to help reduce the risk associated with it. Then regulatory compliance, adherence to industry regulations and standards, minimize legal risk and preserves reputation. Please, before you diversify, know the rules and regulations associated with that particular diversification. For example, fumigation. You need training for fumigation. You need permission from EPA before you can go and be fumigating people's homes. In fact, when people come, and especially people who have a restaurant, they want to see your EPA certification before they allow you to fumigate their space. Even big companies, that's what they do. So it is important that as a business, you are compliant to rules and regulations, and you adhere to industry regulations and standards so that you prevent yourself from any legal risks and which can preserve your reputation. That brings the end. This brings us to the end of our discussion today. Any question, I am open to answer them. Yes.
Please, I want to ask about the machines. Please, do you still sell them?
I sell them.
The
I sell them.
machine that
We look out for the
please,
party.
no, please.
Oh, but I sell them.
Oh, okay. So I will. Okay.
Please, I can't hear you.
Please back later. Then wait,
Please,
I'll
I
get
can't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, translate. Okay, please, any other question?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Please. Yes, I was asking that. Do you still sell the machines?
Oh, yeah, we do. We sell machines.
Okay. I said I'll call you. I'll contact you back later. Then we'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. Please, any question? Any question? Mr. Thomas, Mr. Ali, Joycelyn, Miss Joycelyn, Miss Ifwa, any question for this class?
Let me ask about the fumigation. Aside the EPA permit that you require to go into that, is there any standard certification that you have to get? before you are allowed to
EPA,
as usual.
EPA is okay. EPA is okay. EPA,
Mm.
yeah, you don't need.
And what about the APA permit? What do you have to do?
You just go to the office. So they'll come to your place, come and check the machines you are using, come and check the products you are using. Yes. Basically, that's what they do. Then you fill some forms, then you make payments. I think you make, is it 500 cedis? But if you want to fasten the process, you know how Ghana is. Then you pay somebody to do it. Yeah. And
Mm.
it-
So
they have options
they
for
come and do the
okay. So,
at the
yeah, at your office, they'll need your office to ask for,
chemical.
yes, ask for fumigation, they'll need your office. They'll need a place they can come to you and come and inspect and make sure that
Right.
where you are keeping the chemicals, they are safe. Because there are ways to keep chemicals. You cannot just leave, cover them. That's all. Let's keep them in a certain room temperature.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah, so my follow-up question is this. So I go for the permit and I'm using a particular chemical, let's say chemical A, B, and C, and they came for the inspection. Now, technology have changed. So I'm going to change the chemicals from A, B, C to C, D, E.
Oh,
So that,
when they give you the permits, that's all. And the product to be using, just make sure they are FDA approved.
okay.
Yes.
And how long before? Is it yearly or 2 years or?
No. I think it's yearly. No, it's yearly. It's yearly. Yeah.
Uh,
Fumigation is a very good. Me, I like fumigation. Fumigation is quick, but it's money. A lot of money.
mm,
And with and it depends on the type of machine you're using. If you're using the normal one, that one, a lot of people are using it, so it's not really expensive like that. And it also depends on the branding that you attach to it. I know there's a company called Fumigation Ghana. They deal in just fumigation. I think it was just recently that they diversified into deep cleaning and post-construction, but they do fumigation. So, but they don't teach. So if you are thinking of going to let them, they don't teach. They don't teach at all. Yes. So that's it.
I was more on the chemicals because we recently fired the contractor from our site because the MSDS he provided on the chemicals he's going to use wasn't favorable. So we sacked the person. That's what I'm asking. So if EPA is only looking at the chemicals for the initial.
Yes. So it depends. So if you are producing, they have options. So if you are producing your own chemical, that is different. You are an agri company. Please let me stop sharing for. Let me stop recording for you.
Mm.